Good morning, everybody. I was about to say good morning, happy Friday, but of course it's not yet Friday. But it feels like a Friday to me because I'm away tomorrow. So I'm going to say happy Friday and I'm going to treat it like a Friday. So, beautiful day yesterday. Yesterday and Wednesday. No, sorry, wait. Yesterday and Tuesday were exactly the same profit days for me. $750 bang on per account, which is pretty crazy how that the exact level $750, not $750.20. No, the exact. Anyway, it was a really good day yesterday. We kept out of all of the selling on the open, and I was actually going through the ATR indicator that I've got. I had a call with Sam in the room this morning just to try and combine both of our ideas, and he ended up coding a really smart level. Really cool. So if I just show you the ATR yesterday, this was the weekly. So you can see if we bring this to about 120. I asked him about adding the weekly to it, and obviously you can see that was the exact low yesterday. So if you go back to yesterday's trading session, you'll be able to see, hopefully the table updates, you'll see the weekly was pretty much, is it going to show on here? It's not showing in real time for whatever reason, but the weekly was 101%. So that exact low there at 42s was pretty much the low for the day. So, and ended up rallying out of that, and you can see we had our ATR lows and ATR highs on the day, and you pretty much stayed inside those ranges. So I am still updating my indicator at the moment. So I think going back and showing you on replay is not going to be working just yet. It did this morning when I was on the call with Sam. I'm just going to see what it does at the moment on the ETH. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's not showing the weekly. Yeah, it's moving the weekly. So I don't know if yours is doing that, Sam. I don't know if I need to mess about even more. But yeah, my weekly level is now moved. So yours was correct this morning, but for whatever reason, mine is. I just feel like throwing my PC out the window. Very annoying. But anyway, just to show you some of the short extensions that I have on my screen, and I'm going to just remove the indicators for a second. So if we zoom out, these are RTH levels, so you can see there will be some wicks on the lows, but the reason I'm using the RTH is just what is the cleanest draw. So firstly, traded a traditional last Friday on the overnight session, went all the way to its negative 100. Traded a low to low on Tuesday session on the open, and again went all the way to completions. I'm using that anchor low from what was Tuesday's open, and we traded a full extension 38% yesterday and ended up completing that negative 100. That is pretty much where your weekly low was as well. So if I just show you without the drawings, that is where your weekly low was, and that is where the negative 100 was. So we bounced from that level, we ATR reversaled out, 2 times ATR out, and then a 1.5, and pretty much ended the day back into those lows. So you can see pretty much stuck those lows. And if we go same anchor new low on that current anchor, you can see the short that we're currently in. And you can see we are at that 50, and that is pretty much where we have rejected. So going to keep it fairly straightforward today. I only would really want to see longs, and this is where it starts getting really textbook for me. I would only really want to start seeing longs, and this might happen tomorrow when I'm not here, but pretty much you want to break the short extension at 62s, hold this level to grind higher, right? If that doesn't happen, I just don't take the long, right? It's pretty simple. If you stay below that level, you just have to look for the potential shorts, right? Exactly what we've done all week, pretty much rejections on the previous day low. The only problem I have today is the ranges are really narrow. So you can see on my chart, I only have the downside anyway, I only have about 130 points. To the upside, you've got about 250. So you kind of got asymmetric risk to the upside, kind of, in terms of just there's not much risk to the downside. So I wouldn't necessarily play it just because of that. But right now, I think if you could probably hold, probably this is the trend line for the day as well, and we've pretty much opened up at this trend line every single day this week, which has been bearish, as you say. As I like to say, I don't really like to see this get touched on the open or before, so this is an area of basically just to see support or resistance. How does that play out on the open? But yeah, same as yesterday really. I don't think you've got a chance to short into yesterday's lows, because obviously that is weekly ATR low, and it is also your ETH low of the day, so it won't be a rejection on the previous day low. So I don't think it'll be a clean short. I think it'll probably be a lot harder to try and get a short today. And in terms of longs, I think that's totally out of the question, because your range is pretty much where you'd want to be going long. So I just wouldn't really take. Yes, I know you've got range up into that area potentially if you want to take that, but I don't think I will. I think I'll probably just, I don't know, try and sit on hands as much as possible. We're in this 50, and we're also in what would be the halfway back from yesterday, right? So if you come down into 202s, that is pretty much a clean halfway back. So you are stuck inside this area here, and you will be stuck inside this area probably today and tomorrow. So I would just wait for breaks above the 62 for the long and breaks below the 62 for the short, and I would most likely just find continuation after the previous day low or the previous day high is broken. And you can see how that both work. So you've got for the short, you would break the 62 here, and then you'd want to see some sort of break of the previous day low, wait for some sort of rejection and follow that down. Same to the upside. If you break this today, probably tomorrow you get some sort of consolidation to then go up. And that is all I'm really going to break down this morning. It's fairly straightforward. Just have to see how today plans out. I think it's going to be very tricky. Both sides, both the long and the short, don't look appealing to me. So we'll just have to have lower expectations. And I think tomorrow will probably be your better trading day as opposed to today, because again, where these levels line up are pretty much where your range is for the day. So we'll see what happens. Everyone on YouTube, I will see you all on Monday. Everyone in the room, I will jump onto what now.